So we're here with
To start, hi guys.
Ashley Alexander.
Hi.
We're taking a little road trip. So
We are.
Ashley has the best story. So I guess I want you guys to partake in some of this goodness.
I had been telling them a bunch of different stuff of relationship issues, guys, and as usual, as I say, my terrible luck with the situation and all that other stuff in between. And I kind of slipped up and it told them something maybe I shouldn't have, but
Yeah.
Oh well. But to keep you guys updated, my earlier relationships with Caucasian men, and Al was kind of surprised.
I was shocked because she lost her virginity
to a white guy.
I
did. I don't.
Not a big deal, but I'm just saying I never would have thought.
Really?
I never would have thought.
Really?
I never would have thought.
I feel like my friend saw that shit coming. Well, he's gonna get away, but I don't think I would have envisioned he would have been blonde.
Wow.
That was definitely normally not my speed, but.
Wow. And how old were you when this happened?
19.
19.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And how did that situation end?
It's weird. It ended with me never telling him how I felt and him leaving for college.
Gotcha.
So I felt like a pit stop, but then it was a pit stop that was kind of needed.
Right.
Like you kind of needed this needed to happen for me to be a normal adult and figure it out.
Otherwise,
I knew I wasn't going to stay with him. I knew we weren't going to be together.
Right.
I just would have preferred to still keep our situation a little longer, but that's cool. But we're great friends still.
So were you like friends with, were you like stuck on like black guys or white guys? Like did you have a white guy phase, or did that turn you on since you lost your virginity to a white guy?
I had I guess it was more like a black guy phase.
Oh, really?
It was more the other way around, because honestly it was like, and there's plenty of men that I find attractive, but it just seemed like I wasn't, like, to some black guys, it was like I'm not black enough, or maybe I'm not hood enough. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. But maybe if it's like my interests or things like that were just very different, that it was like unrelatable. I don't really know. They just never spit any game ever. And I think maybe white guys had a little more nerve. It was like, I'm going to go get me a black girl, and she seems social and friendly enough to not diss me initially, Like,
so you think that's like a fetish, or,
I think it is. Kinda.
So
I mean,
I think ultimately white guys want to have a white wife or a girlfriend, or.
I feel like, and you know what? Because an uncle of mine told me years ago, it was like no matter what you do or how long you're in a relationship, if the rubber hits the road or there's a serious argument, someone's calling you a nigger at some point.
Wow.
Like there's going to be the healthy reminder of the racial difference at some point.
Right.
And I kind of can't sit here and say that that's not the case. Like there've been plenty of situations where I've dealt with a guy who was heavily non-judgmental and was just open-minded and whatever, but their parents,
the family members, right, right,
or the friends, or the siblings, or it just was awkward because it was like either, or it's like, there's a white guy that only dates black chicks,
gotcha.
But then he's picky about the black chicks he dates.
So is there a difference between the two?
Between which?
White guys and black guys.
Yeah.
Talk about it. What is it? What's the difference?
Okay, now I have the fortunate factoid of saying that the whole size thing, I can honestly say that I've dealt with more white guys that weren't so teeny, you know what I mean? Like, we're pretty endowed.
Gotcha.
Than black guys.
Really?
Comfortably. I'm going to compare and contrast. The percentage levels out very weird.
Well, you're dealing with the wrong black guys.
I know, dealing with the wrong black guy. And obviously there were a couple that were just like, okay, that's too much, and that's stupid for me to accept.
What's too much for you? Like what?
I mean, you know what? I've dealt with a couple things in my life that were like, okay, you know how most chicks are just like, oh, I want a big one.
Right.
It sounds good in theory.
Gotcha.
It sounds good in theory. It looks, monster cock looks interesting on porn. It sounds good in
But
theory.
you want to be able to get up the next morning
and
don't work and
want any of that. Not that I don't. It's just responsibility to uphold.
Gotcha.
But like I always say, white guys are more prone to activities and wanting to go do stuff. And
what do you mean, like activities? Like, what do you mean?
Like, guys, like I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing.
Let's go
on
a hike. Like, let's
go hike and let's go
fishing or something.
Yeah, man, let's go kayak and let's
right.
go fishing or something. It's like once ESPN's recap is off, maybe we can go get some carry out.
Gotcha.
And come back here and watch a movie.
Black guys are just like, hey, let's just stay in the bed. And
just watch a movie and be here. It's like white guys are like, let's get up and let's go to some bookstores and do stuff and
right.
Work up a sweat.
So what do you prefer?
Now that I'm older, I prefer guys of color.
Nice. Why is that?
I think for me, and a greater percentage of my friends are biracial.
Okay.
It's nothing about the judgment. I could give a shit about that on the public point.
Right.
But I think I like the idea of a strong black couple, or a strong
the
ethnic
imagery
couple.
of it. Right.
I like it. The concept seems interesting to me.
Okay.
You know, and I think that there's a different kind of allegiance when you kind of deal with someone of color. Like there's the evidence race thing that doesn't have to be discussed. It's like if we both walk in the room, we all know that these people are probably going to judge us.
Gotcha.
Where with white guys, it's kind of like, you know, they're going to judge you. They're going to judge me for being with you, but they're going to judge you.
Right.
I can leave you right here and go back to that side.
Right.
You, on the other hand, you know. So, I don't know. I think because I've dealt with Caucasian men, and it's cool. Now, I will say they are slightly a little more attentive.
Do you smell that?
Yeah, what is that?
That wasn't me. I did not fart.
No, I know. It's probably
it's
gas
like rubber
or
or something. I don't know what
something.
that is. All right. I'm listening.
No,
Go
white
ahead.
guys are a little more attentive.
Okay. as I
Yeah.
sniff this foul odor.
Yes, anyway.
Right.
Back at it.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I would love to say that I'm open-minded, but I feel like I'm not now that I'm older. I feel like.
So going back to the sex, like, as far as, okay, the size thing is one thing, but as far as the actual sex,
Okay,
is
now
there like
I think that there's a lot more to prove with the stroke game topic with white guys.
All right.
A lot more to prove.
Lot
You need to
more
be able to lay it down, stay here, and
I
be
get
a
it.
qualified
So
participant.
they already have the mindset that she's fucked a lot of black guys.
I've gotta come with it.
I gotta lay the wood.
I do, yeah.
You know?
You gotta show and prove. Enough for her to go back to her girlfriends and be like, you need to go ahead and get you a white boy. Like that's what that's what I feel like they kind of want you to say.
So they end up coming fast because they're trying to do too much, right? That's what you're saying. Is that what happens?
Not so much. It's just more. It's just like I kind of want to chuckle if I think about it, but it's really a little bit more.
They do too much.
They do a little too much.
Gotcha.
There's nothing wrong with it, but you know, there's a different kind of ease and smooth with it. With I think a black guy, it's like, all right, I'm gonna serve you some, and let's just hope either you pass out quick or don't talk too much after. I don't know.
Porn is fucking up the game, man.
It's ruining it for
Right.
everybody.
You want me to go get your shirt? You want me to take you home?
Right. That's where it's at now. I can't tell you how many times I've heard like a friend be like, you know what? I didn't even want any. You know, I just go to bed so I can watch Jenna.
Right.
Like,
right.
this has been on my mind all day, and now you're actually interfering. I don't want to watch it with you.
Gotcha.
I want to watch it.
So what is a date with? Is there like a dating situation that's different? I mean, does everybody take you out to the movie, get something to eat? Or?
I don't really date like that.
So you just have sex?
Kind of.
Really?
Like I wish.
Is that what you prefer?
Not all the time. And now that I'm older, not so much. But like.
So you're like a guy almost.
Yeah, I hate the
You sound
thought
like
of it, but
So
yeah.
what about like on the first night? Does that bother you or?
No, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It could be, I feel like if there's enough conversation and then you kind of go on the first date, the tension is built to a point that you really got to make a decision of whether I'm going to do it now or I'm going to do it tomorrow. But it's going to happen in the next 2 weeks at this point. You know, like,
Okay.
you kind of know the time bracket of when you're going to kind of give it up.
So you got like a serious appetite.
Yeah, I wish I wasn't so crude about it. I feel like a dirty old man a lot of the time because my thoughts are terrible and impure.
Gotcha.
A greater amount of the time.
Would you consider yourself like a nympho or?
No.
Okay.
No, because I feel like nymphos want it's either a power thing, I think, or it's like it's a tick addictive thing.
Gotcha.
Like I need it to get through my day like a cigarette or coffee or something. It's not that. Like it's more the quality over the quantity.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Nympho is like quantity.
Right.
It's more about the quality.
So, would you, if you had a guy that was really laying it down, would you stick with that one for a while or?
Yeah, I'm a loyal puppy. Yeah.
So when does that break off though? Like, it has to be a time where it's just like, I mean, who makes the move? Is it like a mutual thing? Or?
No, I always get the bad luck. It's normally they're dealing with someone else or
Gotcha.
something has occurred. It's never anything like I don't have appetite for you. It's not anything like I'm not attracted to you or anything like that. It's just almost always like, oh yeah, by the way, this chick was here at the same time I was dealing with you.
Right.
I just didn't bring it up. You know, it's something that doesn't really upset me, but more so it's just kind of like, well, I mean, you looked at my chest at dinner, so I kind of knew where this was going. You know, like, I'm not very good about being naive and being like, oh, I'll take a salad and some water. Like, let's cut the shit. I want a steak and potatoes, and you probably want to have sex with me.
So do you approach the guy about this, or do they approach you?
No,
You never do. So you try to play coy.
I have terrible nerve with that, I think.
Really?
I don't consider myself extremely flirty. I'm just really honest if you ask me a question. So I just am not one to walk up to a guy and be like, hey, I just can't do it. I don't know. It's like if you initiate it, I'll take it home.
Gotcha.
You just.
Well, how does it normally become initiated? Like, what is the most common way to initiate? Or what is the either or? You can answer either both, or what is the oddest way somebody's try to initiate it with you?
The oddest way that I've had it is like sitting in the car driving to like McDonald's and they whip it out, and I'm so
Happy Meal.
so stupid and don't pay attention because I don't really look down much. I have pretty good confidence and posture, so I'm always looking up.
Right.
So I'm looking them dead in their face, and they're like, "You're not gonna look down." I'm like, "Look down for what?" Like,
Right.
you're talking to me, and they're like, "Look down." I'm like, "Why's your dick out?" Like,
Right. We've been driving for like 10 minutes and my dick's out. Did you know that?
No. It's happening all over.
Right.
again.
All right, I'm about to run in here and get a shirt for Ashley, unnamed music shirt that you can buy for $10 at
That's right. Go get that shit.
unnamed music, TUMS410.com or Gmail, something like that. She'll leave you the information. She can tell you whatever she wants. I'm about to leave. I'll be back. Don't tell them how dirty my car is. I'll be right back.
Bad. Oh,
It's still running.
I know. I see the light on.
Sing something to me. I don't know.
So I recently became a part of this whole unnamed music show situation, and Al is one of the best people to have a conversation with, and it always seems to come off like I'm stumping him with some surprising thing about me that he didn't know before or like the week before. So a lot of the time if we talk about stuff, or if I tell him like what happened this week and all the stuff that happened in between it, he's always like, your life is so interesting, or your life is like a movie. And I don't I guess I have enough interesting experiences. I guess I can agree. I can agree to that, I guess. But I told him a slew of stuff today that I guess had him on the floor laughing and deemed a podcast. And, the usual. Which, by the way, this upcoming Saturday, which I guess if this podcast comes up soon, this weekend coming up, Afropunk is in Brooklyn this weekend, and it's free. It's going to be dope. Jada Pinkett's group is performing, Wicked Wisdom, her rock group, and Living Color is performing. The lineup is so sick for like 3 days. It's going to be dope. Oh, here comes Al. Nice, my shirt. I love it.
It's probably still too big for you. So ladies large.
No, that's fine. I'm
But
either.
it has short sleeves for you.
That's fine. Thank you.
All right, so we're back with
One wash, it might shrink. So that's
right.
cool.
We're back with Tums After Dark. I'm your host, the Love Doctor.
I
Al
really
Morgan.
like the music playing. It's like Pat Metheny or Yanni's playing.
Right,
you
right,
guys.
exactly. Some good old Pat Metheny on the strings.
It's very smooth in the car right now as we talk about this random stuff.
So go ahead. Where were we?
No. Where were we?
So the dick was out.
Yeah, that's probably
the-
the weirdest.
Okay.
I mean, I've heard plenty of crude comments from dirty old men in passing, just because some older men are dirty. But I think, it's so funny. Like, I really kind of respect the guy that like walks up and is just kind of like, you're really kind of beautiful, and I really would like to like do whatever. I mean, most chicks would be like, that's rude, whereas I'm like, that's kind of honest. At least you're not creepy about it. At least you told me, so at least I know where you stand. So
Right.
if you're staring at me from across the room, I know what that's intended for. You're not just staring at me like a creeper.
Gotcha.
But I think I really kind of like the easygoing guy that doesn't make it a big deal. Like, you can hold the conversation like, hey, what do you think about fisting? This is what I think about fisting. Something like,
What do you think about fisting?
no. No.
I can't even watch stuff
I
like
can't.
that.
I can't either. It's too much. And to be honest with you, I'm the terrible visual person that functions like, how there are like, there's so much germs under your nails.
Right.
What the fuck is under your knuckle meat, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all
Right.
of those little bent crevices and everything.
Right,
Oh
right.
man, that's 5 fingers of.
And that's before you go into the butt.
Right. Which, you know what? Let me just say something really quick. I think this is so fucking stupid. I don't understand this. Okay, everyone has their opinion on, unprotected sex or whatever.
Correct.
I think it's so strange that there's the guy that, like, I'm having sex with you with a condom, but I'm going to do this anal thing with nothing on. That makes no sense to me. Why? There's poop there.
Well, a guy's logic is, first of all, a guy is not wearing a condom for the sanitary reasons of it. We're wearing it to catch those babies.
But in the bum, What is it? Just brilliant because you're not gonna make any babies? So this makes sense.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so disheartening. Really?
Yeah.
Because my whole brain functions like I poop there.
Well, a guy's also thinking too that situation is so tight that it may possibly break the condom anyway while you're in there.
But you're fine with poop dick? You're gonna look me in my face knowing that you have poop dick?
Well, what's worse is the girl that you do that to, then she sucks your dick.
That's just bad. I don't know about that one.
I mean,
Look, if it's one now, look, I'm not putting myself out there, but let's talk about it in porn terms.
Okay, porn
If
terms.
you're looking at the porn stuff, and it's like he's doing her, and then she goes and blows him. That's cool. It's like she doesn't mind herself. He's happy that you did it because he probably didn't expect you to.
Yeah.
Doesn't translate the same with anal, I think. That's
Right.
Wow.
Right.
That's not good for your mouth.
I mean, hey, man, hepatitis A is a lot better than herpes. So
I mean,
you know,
but
you gotta
man,
pick and choose these
salmonella
days.
and E. coli
Right.
and things. It's I don't know,
You got
man.
swamp syphilis coming out your
Right,
butt.
swamp bog butt things. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I think it's just so weird. It's almost like I don't get it.
So
wear
like,
a condom when you do anal, you guys. It makes no sense. To
so
me.
with you being quote unquote not, you're a single woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that you have sex on or have had sex on a regular basis at one point in your life. Is there like any? Are you watching porn or is it like a?
You know what? I'm really, really bad about watching porn mutually.
Like, well, mutually.
Like I.
What do you mean by mutually?
I'm weird. Like I think I started masturbating really kind of late.
What's late?
Like 20s late.
Wow.
Like my whole thing was
You
I
missed
don't
your
wanna,
prime.
I know, but besides like being a kid and having like a tingle in my bottom or like humping a pillow when Red Shoe Diaries came
Do people
on or
really
something.
do that?
Yeah, they do. But I never. My whole logic was it's me by myself. That's stupid. I would
Gotcha.
prefer for someone else to touch me. Like that's
A lot of
stupid.
females. A lot of females say that.
So when it came to like porn and masturbation stuff, it has evolved into like it's me by myself. I'm like a guy about it, like it's like solo magic time and the candles are lit to the Lionel Richie plays. You know what I mean? So it's almost like I know that I'd probably be that chick. Like if I came home and the guy I was dealing with was in the room jerking off, my first thought is let me leave you to it.
Gotcha.
I get like I'll go read a book, watching TV.
Right.
My first thought is not either to come in and join, maybe help you out,
Right.
but really you got here. I don't want to fuck it up with my face because obviously you've been looking at Jenna and you're somewhere in particular and you wanted that flavor right now. So you're not cheating
That's
on
a
me.
smart move.
You're not cheating on me.
Right.
I'm just go.
Yeah.
So like the concept of like, I'm not the whole mutual porn thing. I would like. I feel like I've watched it with guys with like a bowl of popcorn, watching it like a commentary, like fucking
Really?
Madden. Like It never. Like I've had a situation where it was like put something on that you find of interest, and then let's do stuff.
Right.
But then it was like a clip that's like my go-to clip. So it was like I got distracted and I didn't care about the physical situation in front of me. It was like,
Right.
oh yeah, that's my favorite right there. That's great. Yeah.
Right.
I'm glad you're here. No, keep doing what you're doing.
Right. The stroke game in this scene is amazing.
So
Some vintage stuff.
I feel like it distracts me some,
Gotcha.
and I don't even think putting.
Whoa. Time out. Wait. Are we talking about to put you in the mood? I'm talking about like every day, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I got 10 minutes to burn. Let me look at my favorite website. Is that your thing, or is just that's not even in your equation?
I'm a nighttime. I'm a nighttime. I'm pretty. Like I know a lot of guys who
You're
are
a
like.
nighttime baiter.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm know a lot of guys who are like, a couple times a day, gotta go on with their day and can't really function unless they get it out of the
So
way.
funny.
It's distracting.
I see like an owl in the daggone trees. He turns his head. Ooh. You look out the window like through the little slit.
Exactly.
No one's here.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, but no, I'm more like because in my brain it's like I'm not gonna pop a porn onto this some guy here. Let's just get weird. I don't really need it.
Gotcha.
You're here. I don't know. Unless I'm really like trying to show something in particular. Like I would prefer that you do this. Let me show you what Roxy Reynolds just did. Look at that. You see that? That.
She has a great butt.
She does. I don't like her face so much. She has a really nice butt though. Though it was kind of funny. A friend of mine on Facebook was saying that that him and his friends were hanging out and a bunch of guys and girls, and at one point somebody brought up Gianna Michaels, and you just see all the guys smile and nod at each other. And then once he
That's what I'm
said
doing
it,
now.
yeah, and then literally when I went on Facebook, my comment was, "I nod with you."
All right.
And then a couple other girls, "We nod with you too."
It's a bad chick. It's a bad one.
She's very dedicated.
Yeah, she definitely is.
She's. Here's my thing. I really appreciate the porn star that has the great participant in the straight scene, great qualified participant in the lesbian scene too. Like, you know, if she's gonna do it, she's gonna serve her.
See, that's the thing, man. That doesn't really do it. Like, that doesn't do anything for me. Like lesbian scenes.
I know plenty of guys that did. Why? Because you know you're not in the equation, or I
Nah,
figured
it's
two guys
just-
would dig two chicks doing a bunch of stuff with each
Nah,
other.
man. It's just like, first of all, you gotta understand. I'm not like a porn. Trust me, I watch my fair share of porn. I mean, any person that has subscription to porn websites has.
That is true. That is
but-
true.
I'm more of an amateur guy. Like, I want the
Really?
hidden camera. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's socks covering the daggone lens.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it the idea that the other person doesn't know? Is it the unknowing
It's just
thing?
real. I want this.
Or is it because you're a cameraman?
It's like the voyeurism of it. Like, you
Okay.
know, like you're in this moment that somebody either captured in their own home life, and it's real women. Like, I like real women.
Why don't you go to a swingers club?
I'm not trying to.
I didn't
What?
say go swing, but you can go voyeur.
Yeah, but I see when I'm at home, I don't have the stench of somebody fucking. Like,
You're not ready for smell-o-vision, apparently.
No. I mean, if my wife's cooking like collard greens, maybe I might smell that in the other room or something. But that's about it, man. And I think if I were to go to a swingers thing, it would be like people that I don't want to see, like, you know what I'm saying, gym
Understood.
teachers.
I mean, you know what? When my best friend took me, which she didn't give me much of a heads
now
up
we
when
getting
she was
this juice.
taking me.
Now we getting some juice.
Yeah,
now.
when
You've
she
been to
took-
a swinger situation?
We have.
Did you
I have.
partake?
No, I completely went and observed. Though I have said that if I was like dating someone or in a relationship with someone,
Right.
I'd take someone to go. But that's because this place had like a group room where it was like if you walk in, you have to play. I'm not a big fan of that. But there were other themed rooms that you could take your partner in, lock the door, the
Right.
fantasy room kind of thing. That was kind of cool. Like, all right,
Okay.
if there was someone I was dealing with who I knew wouldn't be like, what the fuck?
Right.
I'd go do that.
Takes a special person to be like, nah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, sure, bang her from the back. It's all right.
Yeah, you really, yeah, and I don't think I'm cool enough for some girl to be like, can I play with him? No, you can't. It's just no.
Right.
But I will say it was so funny. There was this one chick who was there one night. I'm not kidding. She had the white girl with the best behind me and all of my homegirls had ever seen, and they're straight, and they were with their significant others, and comfortably, like, me and my best friend walked up and was like, to the guy, like, excuse me, do you mind if we touch your wife's butt, like, in the most crude of ways? He was like, sure. He was like, whatever.
I just envision you like biting her butt
It-
in the most
it-
crude of ways.
It was really
Right.
crude. It was crude. So, like, the concept is cool. There was this one room they have in there where the bed spins,
Okay.
and the whole wall is a window that's kind of open to the public. And you can close the curtain if you want, but the switch to operate the bed is outside with the people.
You make it sound like an art exhibit or something
It's
like that.
interesting how it's done. So, well, you know what? Speaking of art exhibits, shout out to my two really good friends from college when they went to American University. Shout out to you two. I won't give names because they were getting paid to have sex on canvas at art museums in DC for everyone to watch.
Then what were they doing with the canvas?
I mean, they're covered in paint.
I thought like the yeah
Nope, covered in paint.
secretions or
No.
this is
Not
masterful.
No. But yeah, like covered in paint and humping on canvas.
Nice.
In front of a group of, I mean, really the public. Which I was always the awkward one throwing them off their guard, like whispering, like bending down to them, like, you're doing a great job.
So it's like an interactive thing.
No, you're not supposed to. I mean, they're an exhibit. You're not supposed to talk to them. You're not supposed to touch them. They're there to do what they need to do for themselves. I'm just the dummy that's like, because they're my friends. I'm like, you're doing a great job. Fuck her
Right.
harder. Woo, yeah. Make, smile. All right, smush your face on the canvas because you got paint there. Bow. Hey, you know. So, yeah. I mean, I really, big thank you to my friends for being incredibly open-minded people. Because thankfully now that I'm older, I can tell, like, I can say, like, what I'm into and what I'm not into very definitively. So I kind of thank my friends for that. Through their stories and experiences and the shit that I've been around, it's been interesting, I must say.
Right. That's crazy. So you got two stories I want to ask you about. And you
Okay.
can talk about either one.
Okay.
Explain to me your story about how you had a relationship with a celebrity, where we will not name.
Well, we call it a relate. I guess we'll call it.
You had a night or whatever, or you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple
Or
things happened.
you can have the story about the whole guy that helped you with the music situation. Either or. Or both. I mean, we would love to hear both.
Okay, well, we'll give it.
Or maybe we'll do one, and then when we come back this way, the next time we'll tell the other story.
Okay, well, I mean, not you know, I won't say any names, and nor will I offend.
Right.
But you know, there was someone I dealt with who, you know, was in a very committed married relationship, and you know, we had dealt with each other for quite some time, and the really good thing about it was he was so open-minded that it was like, not like on some weird shit, but more like anybody else I dealt with up to that point, it was like I was really hesitant to be like, I think I'm interested or about what this is, or
right.
maybe I should try this. Where he was more like, tell me what you think is cool. All right, cool. What you think? You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like, I thank God for the situation, because if I never had somebody to tell me like my thoughts were okay,
right,
and I wasn't gross and I wasn't weird or
right.
perverse, I think to kind of have somebody be like that was dope.
I think everybody needs somebody like that. I think
think
everybody
so.
needs a relationship where you can just, you know, try things and, you know, do them. Or
Yeah.
I think that, and I also think everybody needs a relationship that goes really well and then tanks.
Absolutely,
you
I
learn a
agree
lot
with
from
you.
that,
I think
too.
it's all very, very necessary.
Right.
But in the situation, him, like I said, we are incredibly close, still like family, and he's really cool for the respective, like, he'll call me and tell me cool stuff that he's done, or I'll call him and tell him like, yeah, let me tell you the weird shit I did. You
Yeah,
know,
it's still cool.
we're still really, really cool.
Wow.
Never done anything in years like that, but you know, we're
So how
still
old
thick as
were we when this
thieves.
was happening?
Man, when it started, I was 21. My 21st birthday was like the first time we like did anything, you know,
Nice.
anything. And on my birthday, like, we did some weird shit. Like, the rest of the day, it was like, how was your day? It was like, it's good, but let me tell you what this morning was. They're like, what? You were cool with that? It's like, man, you know, I'm 21. Whatever.
What is weird? What is weird?
No, I just don't think most.
You can't just leave the viewers like
I
that.
know.
Like,
I feel
you know,
like-
what's weird?
It was weird. It was like the first time we did whatever, and I don't know where in my brain it was like, let's try some backdoor stuff. Like, I don't know why right out the
Whoa.
gate.
Heyo.
Right, exactly. Heyo. I don't know what the fuck was on my mind that day that it made sense. Now, I will say, ladies, there are a couple of times that we have said some stupid shit in the throes of it all.
Right.
But
But you know, but it was good that you got to experience something like that.
I mean,
you know,
true.
and it been a safe space. You know?
Absolutely.
And it was on your terms.
You know,
too,
safety
so.
words.
Right.
You know, Dakota. You know. Whatever. So, like, you know, it was just interesting in that whole situation how it kind of started. So then it was just like it started that way, and then it just stayed that way for a while, like just on some.
So it was
very
it was
adult.
When you got
It
to that
got
level,
amped.
it got amped up. To
It
the
got
next
amped.
level.
It did. It did.
Right.
So, like, I don't know. I know if I saw him somewhere, it would be more like, oh, you know, hey, how you doing, whatever. But I think because I gave him some advice, those initial kind of meetings
Yeah.
on business type of stuff,
Right.
that I shouldn't have been the one to do it. Like, but for someone who's never been on tour, I have a pretty good opinion on how, you know, to
How
keep
shit
yourself
works.
personally happy
Right.
and get what you need to get done at the same damn time.
Gotcha.
So there was like certain things that were going on that it was like, you shouldn't do this. It's not going to work in your favor. You should wait and you should probably do this. Because in his situation, he's very, very diverse in his careers. So he's not just pigeonholed. And it's easy to get pigeonholed.
Haha, she's lying. He only does one thing. Don't listen to her. He only does one thing.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, he's a geologist. On top
There
of
you
other
go.
things,
Yes,
so.
he is a famous physicist.
Yeah, he's into rocks.
So, where did you get your coolness from? I know you gotta go, but where'd you get your coolness from? Like, you know, this is rare that you like you've tapped into the psyche of what a male is. Like, you know, you think like a guy. Like, you know, you see the game as the guy does.
My mom is feminine in some things, but she's kind of masculine in her actions.
Right.
So, like, and my aunts are cool. Like, my aunts are, like, almost, like, my aunts have predominantly guy friends.
I see your mom on a drill or something like that.
no,
Like
no,
a
no,
jackhammer.
that would maybe be one of my aunts. My aunt's more like building and stuff. But, like, most of my aunts have, like, guy friends. So I've always been around a lot of adults, and my mom's only child, so I've always been around like open conversation with guys and girls. So it's like,
Gotcha.
their guy friends are coming over and like, dude, I did this shit in this girl's butt. Let me tell you all about it. And my aunt's just like, well, did you at least kiss her in the mouth after? You know, like that kind of stuff.
It's not like an odd thing. It's not
not.
like, oh my God, I can't believe you're sitting around me.
Right, it's not. So when I got older, and obviously I started having friends, and most of my friends are predominantly guys. To them, it's like, because so many girls are like, you know, oh my God, you're gonna tell me you did that to her? Where I'm more like, how'd she take it? Yeah, she happy? Is she done? You know, better luck next time. Don't spit on her. You know, like
Right.
whatever. So I think my open-mindedness it's because I forced myself to try to not be incredibly judgmental all the time.
Gotcha.
And I think because my personal curiosity, I lucked out by having friends who were kind of naturally curious people too, and we've all just been discussing it. And it's like, well, you have a boyfriend, so you go do it and tell us all about it. Or like you dated a chick, so you tell us all about what you did with her. You know, that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I think over time, and now it's just like I really, like I say all the time, my shock value sucks. Like I'm shitty about stuff like that. Like, you know, there should be things that probably years ago, because I was a terrible prude before, like terrible prude. Like I was that chick before I lost my virginity that was like, you don't get on your knees and suck dick. It's a power thing. You don't get it from the back and get on all fours. You're not a fucking animal.
Right.
You know, all of that shit. Gung ho, like my friends, you guys are fucking stupid. These guys aren't respecting you, and whatever. And then literally, like, I'm not kidding. When I lost my virginity, I was like, "What the fuck was I talking?"
Went all out the window, huh?
What am I talking about?
Right.
I sound stupid right now. So, you know, I think my own exploration was that to the result that it came to was kind of like I have no choice but to be open-minded.
So, did that have anything to do with the guy that you lost your virginity to? Did it like set you off on a path that's like, okay, so if you would have had if you lost your virginity to a guy who had been approved, do you think that might have affected it?
Oh, it would have drastically changed things, and I think at that point I would have been like a filthy, like I always like that filthy perv who just wants you to like just look at my dick, like just touch it. Like, gotcha. I think if I had dealt with a prude, I think dealing with someone that was experienced and had their own fetishes made me less uncomfortable, because it was like, well, that weirdo's got fetishes. I just haven't done anything. You know what I mean?
Right. Do you wish you had a dick?
I won't lie. I've had penis envy plenty. And I'll tell you why. I have penis envy about the peeing and not having to take your pants off thing.
Whoa, you got to take your pants off to pee. What are you talking about?
No. I mean, like, you got to, like, drop them to our ankles and take a seat.
Oh.
You know what I mean? You guys can stand, get to it, and go on about your day, you know?
Yeah.
I've had plenty of penis envy on the whole. It's something about, like, guy masturbation I think is so interesting because the physical result is visually shown.
Yeah.
It's not really like that with chicks, you know what I mean?
What happened?
Like, we come, but it's all internal, you know what I mean? But, like, a guy comes, it's like, you know, up and out.
Right.
I don't know. And I think
cleanup time.
I think it's so interesting, like, guys wake up with morning boners. I don't understand that. Or, like,
we gotta piss, that's why.
or like the put it in the waist belt.
Oh, what do you know about that?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, who's been talking to you?
Yeah.
You should know about that.
That's plenty of guy friends.
What do you know about that?
Putting it in the waistband. My guy friends. Some of, like, not literally show me their dicks, but show me the action. You guys are subtle, and it is a slick motion to do it in public, almost like in line at the store. Nobody would know you just did it.
Yeah.
No one knows you did it, but you're killing your penis right now. You're dying.
Oh, no. I mean, you got to understand that the dick is a resilient thing. Like, you know, it takes at least 8,000 pounds of pressure to actually penetrate a penis, or it can physically hurt it. You know?
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's yeah.
So yeah, like, you know, so you know, I have the luxury of my guy friends comfortably being like, you know,
I'm really mad they told you about the thing,
about
man.
the waistband or about.
We gotta call a meeting, guys. Like, these guys gotta be found out.
Hold on 1 second. My best friend is calling. Let me see what's up.
All right.
Hey, I'm outside. Actually, in behind the car. Yeah. I'm just finishing up a podcast and we're talking about erections and hiding them in the waistband. I swear to God.
He's the one that probably told you about that.
All right. Bye. Yeah, actually, that is the one that told me about it. He's the one that snitched you guys out. It was that guy.
He's about to get off.
I know. But, yeah, so, I've had the fortunate fact of kind of being kind of, like I know about, like, the ball trick. Like, making your balls disappear and then kind of,
no.
you know.
I know what you're talking about, but.
That whole thing.
I think that turns you, at least, your gay meter goes up
a little bit.
tenth of a percent.
It's funny as shit, but a little bit, you know, or like, you know, the whole bat wing, goat.
What?
Waiting, the movie Waiting. Like all the stuff, ball skin, fun, weird shit.
Oh.
all of that stuff. My personal favorite, I think it's hilarious. It's like the equivalent of guy Kegels, like the dick jump thing. I think it's so funny.
Really?
I think it's hilarious. I really do. I don't understand it. You can make it dance like the gopher from Caddyshack. It's hilarious.
It's a wonderful instrument.
I think it's the
instrument.
funniest shit on the planet. I really, 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 really
I don't
do.
know if guys have vagina envy though.
I really don't think so. I don't think any guy envies bleeding. I don't think any guy envies childbirth.
No, definitely not.
And I don't think any guy really envies being penetrated.
No, definitely not.
Yeah,
Well, some guys.
There's
maybe,
some guys, but like,
definitely.
yeah,
But,
no.
Nah, of course there are some guys because they have the procedure done. But I'm saying all that to say that I think it's more penis. Only thing I want to know. I pray that being that we're penetrating you guys, I pray that your orgasm is a lot better than ours. Like, because
you guys make it look like it's awesome, man, and debilitating, and so tired, and you've lost all your eyes.
I have a weird reaction.
I feel like your eyes go twinkly and your head gets woozy. You know how like when you rub your eyes, then you see stars and spots. I feel like that's what I think.
It's not. You know what it really? It's really like. It's really like a vibration. Like, ooh. But it's like a vibration. Like
I swear, I almost want you to just come upstairs so you can have this conversation with Jeff. I swear.
Nope. Because if I come up there, I will strangle him. Because he's not supposed to tell you about certain things. I don't appreciate that, man. I don't appreciate that.
He's keeping me hip, man. He's keeping me hip to guy stuff, so I'm not some dumb naive girl running around here.
We're gonna let you go because this is a really fun time. This is
so much
TUMS
fun.
After Dark. So
TUMS After Dark. Apparently, it's a thing that we're starting, and next time we're gonna talk about snowballing and felching.
What? Oh,
exactly.
all right.
You look it up. And then
I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
All
It's been a pleasure, you guys. TUMS
Yes.
After Dark.
Yes.
As usual, great time out. Thank you again.
Yes. I'm happy to say the coolest girl is leaving my car. This is awesome.
Yes, I'm out. I'm
All
gonna
right.
go hit a couple bong rips and watch some cartoons.
Nice.
I'm every guy's dream. I want to watch cartoons and hit bong rips. Oh yeah. By the way, you guys, sorry about your Ravens. It's preseason, but sorry about your Ravens.
Get out. I'm not even a Ravens fan, but for all the Ravens fans, just get out.
Sorry. Cowboys forever. All right. I will talk to y'all on the
Yes,
flip,
yes.
and I will talk to you soon.
Yes.
Bye.